My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. We had a Pygmalion run last run. It went okay. It went pretty well. Got to use the spiked shield for a bunch of fun. Let's see if we can get a good weapon Pygmalion run on. I mean, it would start with something like a Jabalian longbow. Every 8 seconds it deals 60 damage, multicast 2, and it has 1 more multicast if you have more health than the enemy. And heck, it might it might continue with something like strength, but also frontal shielding. Your leftmost shield item has plus 30 shield. That's a really good way to get a lot of shielding out of like a model ship early on when you have multi-strike on board. I would take frontal shielding. Small and large items from Midsworth. There's chocolate bars. Admittedly, getting 5 chocolate bars and just pounding them for max HP, it's not bad right now. Fanged Inglet, Kyver Drone for cooldown. Fanged Inglet for money if I wanted to possibly get the pelts. But there's also Insect Wing, reduce your items cooldowns by 3%. 3% off an item is good. That said, I'm just going to shoot him 3 times in the face with Jabalian Longbow, immediately winning the fight. And we will get the Insect Wing. Neat. JJ sells items.
People first, profit 10.
Ooh. So there's Flail. Every 6 seconds deal 5 damage, has multicast 3. It's exactly the kind of tool that's going to want to go in this build eventually. I'm also going to take the cash register at the start of each day, get 3 spare change. Finn's Big Bite. I can get 7. Sorry, I can do the thing that I meant to do last time. Vitality Stew. Gain 5% max health and 5 regeneration. 5 regeneration early on when you have no shielding definitely accomplishes things. Ooh, Immolating Spark and Final Flame. So they've got a lighter. Wow. With 13 burn on that lighter, that's rude as hell. Come on, let me hit you with the Jabalian Longbow when I still have more than you. Yay, I got it. Unfortunately, I now die because that is a really ridiculous amount of burn to have. Didn't really matter what else their board was doing. Small heal item, bronze tier skills in Pip, or small items in Andy. I'm gonna hit a bronze tier skill item. Your weapons have force. Oh, when you buy this, gain 10 gold, or when you win the fights against the next 5 players, gain 10 gold. I'm gonna go for red envelope. If you have at least 25 gold, gain an additional 2 income. I don't have 10 that I can sell here, I don't think. 2 spare change and then upgrade all your spare change. That's a lot of money. I have a lot of spare change.
Moving up in the world.
Hell yeah. JJ sells items, Nufu sells skills, but right now I need items more than skills. And that's exactly the item I need. Model ship. When you use an adjacent item, shield 10. Or rather, when you use an adjacent item, shield 40. And I've got multi-strike on both sides of it. This is exactly what I wanted. I needed to get exactly this to start, like, really taking off. I'm gonna roll, because JJ has so many items that they could still have things that are relevant to me. They don't, so I leave. I can beat Borea. Can I? Borea's damage scale is really high. Covetous Thief also, I'm gonna go for the Covetous Thief. Even if I did think I could beat Borea, and I don't know, maybe. I'm pretty sure I could beat Borea. But here we have Shadowed Cloak as a possible pickup. When you use the item to the right of this, haste it for a second. If it's a weapon, it also gains 3 damage. There's also Grindstone. Every 3 seconds, give the weapon to the left of this 10 damage for the fight, and Sharpening Stone. There's so many opportunities here for me to make my weapons more powerful.
believe you'll win, and you'll win. But not against me.
We got it. Shadowed Cloak. I think that's probably better. At least until I get some more space on field. Barkun, sells medium and large. Medium and large is so many of my items right now. Shield skills come out of Fortis, but it's really hard to get something that's more impactful than frontal shielding for us right now.
Oh, hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
Ganjo. Adjacent weapons, gain 5 damage for the fight. Adjacent shield items, gain 5 shield for the fight. It's nice, but it takes a lot of space, and we already have other good scaling options. I'm rolling past that. There's the flail upgrade. We'll take it.
I'm almost sure that was a good trade.
Flail will go back on field as soon as it can. Jabalian Longbow most of the time has multicast for us right now, so... The flail activates faster. The flail activates faster. So, the flail has 6 seconds for its first trigger, and then it gets 3 stacks of 1 second of haste, which means that it will have enough haste to get to its next trigger in 3 seconds. And then it'll just continue doing that. So, 9 seconds into the fight, Jabalian Longbow is still resolving its first hits. 9 seconds into the fight, the flail is already scaled by 9 damage and is already firing every 3 seconds now. Strange Mushroom if I had the bushel still. Kina sells non-weapon items. I mean, Shadowed Cloak is not from our character. It's from... Oh, Common Core. I thought it was from Mac. Interesting. I thought there was a specific character it was part of at the moment. Character that didn't exist yet. Kina? I'm gonna go Strange Mushroom, actually. Give me Strange Mushroom and a skill. First time you fall below half health, each fight gain 10 regen. That's great. For a build like mine? Perfect.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
Legitimately might come in handy here as well. Left-handed is giving a bunch of damage to their leftmost weapon. We got below half HP. There's the regen active, and now I'm shielding additionally with the flail. The enemy's ammo is out, and the regen's active. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Get him.
Oh, don't let this get you down. Eyes on the prize. Huh?
I suspect if we had the Jabalian Longbow, we might have lost that fight. Curio sells bronze tier items. That could even be a Shadowed Cloak, admittedly. It could also be any shield upgrades or damage upgrades, really relevant for both the flail and the model ship. However, there's also Lost Core. I'm gonna go to Curio because cooldown reduction breaks the tie in my mind.
Relax.
There's Knee Brace and Insect Wing. So cooldown reduction is online. I will buy Knee Brace.
There 20 years waiting for you.
I'll upgrade the Insect Wing. I'll buy Clockwork Blades.
Now that's a bargain.
Then I'll roll. Even more cooldown reduction. It's Flail and Jabalian Longbow that need to be the targets of that. Model, Ship, and Shadowed Cloak both are passives. And I think it's especially Flail, just because Flail activates an extra time and quicker, that really wants to get the bulk of this. So, 6% cooldown reduction to the entire board, while they have a higher cooldown because of the knee brace. So it's a percentage of a higher amount. Same with Clockwork Brace sold. Then I'll buy and sell the feather and the lifting gloves. Feather for 4%. Lifting gloves for 3 damage to all of our items on board. Damage items, rather. Crit 2 regen, still worth it.
Doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
I'll take 5% crit chance. It attacks enough.
Circuits to see that find all.
And then when I move to the next space, I'll be able to put the Shadowed Cloak back on board.
I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
Get 50 max HP for each tool you have. I do want max HP, but I'm gonna go chocolate balls or gumballs here. Yeah, we got some damage for the board. We got 20 max HP. We got a little bit shielding. We got some crit chance. Yeah. And oh, medium items. It's so hard to turn away from medium items when I have Flail, Jabalion, and Model Ship on board. Any of those upgrades are such a huge hit for us. It's just, it's also against Economic Seminar. I'm going to ignore Economic Seminar,
I'm pretty laid back.
which is hard for me to do, but I will do it. We get our model ship upgrade, so it's definitely worth it here. We get the model ship upgrade for, I think that contributed 10 additional shielding every time I use an adjacent, which is 50 every cycle. That's cool. And then
offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
And then ATM. Rogue Scrapper versus the Eccentric. Eccentric has haste that I care about, also toughness, also scrap. So half of the stuff that they have I care about. And that's better than the Rogue Scrapper's amount. And I'm definitely beating them. Let me clarify that part as well. I am definitely going to win this fight.
The sparks! They're everywhere!
Here we can see the flail is perma-hasted, getting additional damage consistently from the Shadowed Cloak. My shield is ridiculous with the model ship.
Bazaar will go dark without me!
You seem like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
There's force field. Every 4 seconds, gain 30 shield and then deal damage equal to your shields. I'm not specifically going to avoid using that, but I don't think it will end up being our choice. Paul sells large items, but I'm going to go to the Artisan Dunes here, because there's an option to find a better craftsman and then give 10 damage to the flail. That's 30 additional damage every time it attacks. Fortis with shield skills. Again, with the amount of money I have, do I think shield skills are going to be that relevant for us right now? I suspectn't. I'm going to go to Alia.
Good fight, Slick.
Sell me an upgrade.
Oh, I do miss it.
Oh yeah, how dare you? I want an upgrade.
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Okay.
That'll count. Thank you, Alia. Sell a hatchet. Gotta bury him. Spare change as well, and I'll take the flail upgrade to gold tier. 44 damage in 4.3 seconds, and then every 2.65 after that. I'm gonna be really surprised to lose to anyone right now. I'm gonna be really surprised. I have so much shielding access. Really, who beats me? It's... What small item, buddy? Oh, yikes. Thank heck, my shield started coming online there. I think the build that really beats me is a very, very high roll early final dose poison build. So like a haste build that gives me like 50 poison immediately that I can't really survive. Weapon shield gets 2 shield per level. Admittedly, that is really relevant. Yeah. We're on day 4. I don't think I'm finding a golden flail in this shop. 4 regen, not bad. I do need to keep myself alive early. Let's keep it. Chocolate bars. Again, I do like chocolate bars. As health gain, but also non-weapon items. There's a lot of things I want from Kina right now.
Discounts for peace.
With 2 free slots on the board, there's no reason for me to turn down weights at this point. Every 5 seconds, it's just giving my weapons an additional 10 damage. Sure, it's not triggering off of heal right now, but whatever. It's scaling all of my weapons on board. That's got to be good enough. Retiree versus Flame Juggler. Flame Juggler's going to do a lot of damage to me immediately. Outlands Dervish is not the choice. Unless I want to get real high rolly. Yeah, because Dervish has the Clockwork Blade, so I could try and go for even more crit reduction there. Or cooldown reduction, rather. No, I'm just going to go for the flat resources. Give me the Flame Juggler. So we get that 40 burn at the very start of the fight, courtesy of these Magma Cores. That'll get us to below half HP, which has given us an additional 10 regen. And now that we've got shielding, I didn't know this tech, by the by, but yeah, shield reduces burn damage by 50%. I didn't know that, but it does. Magma Core for burning 9 at the start of the fight if we should want. Sells healing and regeneration items, 3 spare change, or Fortis for shield skills. I'm gonna go Fortis for shield skills, and I'm looking for anything to improve the model ship again now. Small shield, no. Large shield, no. Large shield, no. Rightmost shield has +5. I'll take it. Paul sells large items, but I'll be taking experience and gold because I feel a little bereft. Go shield item, 100 max HP. Or a tool. There's a lot of really good tools. Tools could be cash register, could be weights, could be hatchet. That's just 2 gold. That's about as bad as it could have gone. That's okay though.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
I need to focus more on getting more HP. Oh, yikes. They've got a Weather Glass on board with 4 multicast already, and they've got the Silver Tier Trebuchet, so they've got a lot of haste. Can I win? I did say this is the kind of board that is best capable of killing me. It got pretty close. I was like 3 seconds from dying there.
I bet I'll see you again.
Curio sells bronze tier junk items. That could be our cooldown reduction again. I don't think I can ignore that. Oh my god. I didn't even think we were likely going to get the Shadow Cloak upgrade. Shadow Cloak. Now it hastes for 2 seconds. That's not really that relevant. But it gives 5 damage now on the upgrade, which is...
Moving up in the world.
I'm going to take Gold Sword because I know that you can actually use that successfully.
Clean up the bazaar.
Unfortunately, nothing else that cooldown reduction really cares about.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
So if you want to use the old sword to upgrade an item, you have to have the old sword on board when you sell it. So it just must not. It just must not have the tag can be used or has an effect when sold from inventory or something like that. As long as it's on board, I get my +8 damage there. We'll sell scrap, scaling the model glass. We'll sell the lifting gloves. Junkyard Club and Sharpening Stone come with us, as well as probably Citrus. Junkyard Club for 4 damage to all the weapons. Sharpening Stone for 3 to the flail.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Citrus sold for another regen, and then we'll leave. Oh gosh. I have some money to get rid of if I need to. Zerth and Safari, what do you got?
And we'll
Rush. At the start of a fight, haste a weapon 3 seconds is huge. Burning Rage. When you burn, your weapons gain 4 damage for the fight. I'd love to get that and it to be useful, but I don't want it, and it isn't. So I'm going to go Rush. We'll follow Troy's lead. Mod Squad versus Flame Juggler versus Sabretooth. I expect none of these have anything relevant for me, so I'm going to go for the Mod Squad for the golden experience. Crypto could be more money for us. That could be nice. Hell yeah. I'm gonna need an off-ramp for this build at some point. I have to figure out what that's gonna be. Crypto, we did get it. Okay, that could be money. Upgrade. Oof. So here's the thing, right? I don't want to keep the Shadowed Cloak on the board forever. But like, Flail doesn't get any... Yeah, Flail just gets 20 additional damage if I upgrade it here. Model Ship gets 20 additional shielding, which is legitimately big, to be fair. But I can also upgrade Model Ship more with Pygmalion stuff already. Weight gets 5 additional shielding and scaling. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade that Shadowed Cloak. Let's do it. Going all the way with the Shadowed Cloak. So now, if it's a weapon, it'll give it 7 damage and 3 haste when the item is used. And sell 3 spare change in order to pick up the full 10. Artisan Dunes are here as well. Oh, no. Crypto was 9 a moment ago. Dang, still have to sell it. I'll sell it for 6 right now so that I can double the options and get another 10 damage on the flail. The flail does work.
I should warn you. I am like other Jabari.
Okay, Lola Mao. What have you fielded here? Looks like you've got... Oh, a ridiculous haste build. Monitor Lizard, when you haste, poison 9 because of final dose. You also have Ray Skull, when you haste, deal 32 damage. You also have First Aiden, when you haste, heal 10. Anyway, I hit you in the face with a flail until you died, so... You know.
Was invigorating.
Mountain Pass could be a good opportunity to pick up income right now. Kev's Armory... Realistically, the only hit that I'm really super interested in there is Model Ship. I could also go for the fight. Ah, dang, we didn't get the fight, we just got an experience. The risky can give you an item, it can give you an experience, or it can give you a fight against an enemy. Fight against an enemy is obviously the best one there.
Investment is building homes for money. I suppose I'm something of a carpenter.
Golden Silk. Your non-weapon items have +1 value. Gold's small dog. Which this also appears to be upgraded in some way. Maybe, oh, it's shiny. Your small items have +1 value. Well, I'm gonna buy the Golden Silk because I think it'll be...
That same investment once. I'd say the results are evident, wouldn't you?
Golden Silk. Your non-weapon items have +1 value. It doesn't affect spare change. Golden Silk says non-weapon items have +1 value, but does not affect spare change. I mean, it's not affecting anything unless it's on board. Actually, hang on. That's funny. Yeah, yep. If I put gold and silk on board, then I can sell the spare change for 2. Oh, okay, so I now know how to use it. Cool. God, there's a golden dog. All of them would have +2 value. I could buy and sell literally everything. Kidding me? Hang on, Shadow Cloak is not a weapon. Why does it not get any value? Non-weapon items. I'm so confused by that golden silk. I'd have to get 12 more? Okay, weights is not difficult. I can sell weights. Weights and longbow? If I'm honest, I think having 2 items that, like, add +1 value to other items is going to give me the ability to buy and sell every item in the entire game. So my goal is to get there. That's 9, takes us to a total of 13. And then I'd have to sell cash register and knee brace. I can keep the knee brace if I sell the cash register.
I bid you farewell.
So now small items, when on our board, will have 3 value. I don't think I field Golden Dog right now. I think I only want Flail on board, because then it gets haste at the start of the fight and just starts going off immediately. I do believe I still beat Loan Shark despite this. Despite this heavy weakening of my own board state right now. Zookeeper could be relevant. Zookeeper has Crook. And Loan Shark has ATM, Aquatic, other things. Not really anything relevant. Jory Rigger has nothing really relevant either. You know what? I'm going to give the outside chance. I've never actually used Crook in a run, but I know that it was apparently a broken build. Your weapons have +10 damage for each medium item you have, says Crook. So the build would be putting a bunch of medium items on board, one can only imagine.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
Hell, it sells for gold. It sells for 6. Actually, it sells for 8. Get an economy item, we get a tool. So many tools I care about right now. So many economy items I care about right now. More tools than economy items, I think. Yeah, and both of them are cash register, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'm so glad to see it. That's so much income for us. Keen to sell non-weapon items, which those matter. Working at the docks, get an item for free. I'm going to sell the pelt for 8. It didn't show that it had sold, so I was getting a little scared there that My money was illusory. That 8 gold is very important because I'm about to go to Kina.
Cast aside your destruments.
Ganjo.
I'll come back someday and buy the whole store.
I'm gonna buy succulents for 2, and then I'm gonna sell it for 3. Small dog is working whether or not it's on board. It's golden silk that has to be on board. I could get rid of knee brace for the Ganjo right now. Oh god, no, I could have gotten 1 more gold if I put that on the board. Whoops. That's okay though. I've got the Ganjo to help scale up the damage or sorry, the shielding of model ship. I don't think I need to scale the damage of Flail. Flail scales its own damage with the Shadowed Cloak already, and it needs to be between the model shield and the Shadowed Cloak for the amount of triggers it has. But if Ganjo can increase the amount of shielding that model ship gives, then Flail still gets the benefit from that. It's 100% chocolate bars. It's chocolate bars every single time. Are you kidding me? It's money. You're offering me money. It's 50 max HP, as well as 10 gold, as well as upgrades to our golden dog, which this is just a jeweler's loot for me at the moment, but it does give me a build I can transition into if this build starts petering out. And honestly, I could lose every single fight from here on, and I'll be happy that I made that decision. I still think it's worth leaving myself open to the alternatives. Oh, they're doing a big shield build. They got a spiky shield. Ooh, they got silk. 700 shielding when it happens. Wild. That spiky shield is going to do some damage to me. Actually, hang on. It won't do that much. Flail is big enough. Oh, this is going well. Hell yeah. Good fight, bud.
You can learn a lot from losing.
I want economic items. Rukon has weapon skills, and I do like some weapon skills right now.
As shrewd as you are handsome.
But compare it to things like this. If I buy the safe...
I don't succeed unless my clients succeed. And I am very successful.
I put it on field, and then I sell it. It gets 3 spare change. Puts 2 of that spare change on field immediately. I sell those. So I got 10, and I spent 4. I'm going to buy and sell ointment for the same amount of money. That's just to upgrade to both the value of Golden Silk, which actually is, it's getting value, and Golden Dog. Gumball machine. At the start of each hour, spend 2 gold to get a gumball. And then, get 2 gold by selling that gumball. I'm gonna get a shipment as well. It has no base value, but it'll sell for 1. Gives us 3 small items. Ooh. A feather for 8%. Oh, I don't have the other thing. I'll hold the feather in my inventory for a moment, just in case. Just in case I can affect it. When you use a weapon, charge this 1 second. Broken shackles. Your weapons gain damage for the fight. I could see myself using that, sure.
A wise investment, Mr. Pygmalion.
It's so little scaling. I don't think Broken Shackles goes in this build over the Golden Silk. I mean, chocolate bars. How do you turn it down? We move forward one space. I get a red gumball. I'm gonna get rid of the Broken Shackles now. I'll sell the red gumball while it's on field. And the spare change. Ooh, I'm running out of space here. Is it time for me to get rid of Ganjo? Cash register is lovely when it goes off, but if it's constricting my space, like, Gumball is more items than cash register. So yeah, let's get rid of cash register, because I have to keep Golden Dog. I'm gonna get 100 more max HP. $100 more max HP than I would have by default. 150 in total. Golden Dog now. Every 6 seconds deals 150 damage. It's worse than Flail. It's significantly worse than Flail. But we're certainly getting to the point that it's different. I want to wait until I get Curio again for the junk cooldown. Joyful Jack. I don't really have tools on board. So Sergeant Suds is uninteresting as well. Joyful. I'm just going to go to Radiant Corsair. I've got a lot. I've got a lot of power. I also have a lot of shielding, so the enemy's burn shouldn't be that concerning to us. Got some good scaling. I've got really good damage. I would love to get Fiery Rebirth. The first time you would die each fight, heal to full, cleanse your burn and poison, and burn yourself 30. That'd be just a second health bar for us. Especially a second health bar that is stored in the skills slots, not on board. Oh! We got it! Fiery Rebirth! First time you would die each fight. Heal to full, cleanse your burn and poison, and burn yourself 30. 4 loot items. Do I have a friend? I do have a friend! Of course I have a friend when you have a dog. When you have a dog, you always have a friend. Don't you, Huey? Yeah, he's asleep. Just pop the red gumball on field, and then sell the red gumball from the field. Pop back down, and then I will take my loot, giving me 4 loot items. Ooh, some of these not relevant. Sharpening Stone for 3 damage on the flail is great. I'll also sell the scrap for additional shields on model ship. Eagle Talisman for another 5% crit on the flail. Gunpowder is unlikely to be relevant, but if it is ever relevant, I really will want it, so I'll hold at the moment. JJ versus Nufu. Nufu sells skills.
Is full of noise. We must find the quiet within.
Strong Arm. Your weapons have additional damage equal to your income. That's not that much for us. Rear Shielding. Your rightmost gets 15. I don't need that shielding on that. I'm gonna go Red Envelope and get 10 additional gold. No, I have so much money. I'm gonna roll and look for a skill that's worth a damn to us. All right, never mind. None of these are relevant. Large item, large item, large item. Your rightmost heal has plus 18 heal. Yikes. First time use large item each fight. Large weapons. The large items. I'm gonna leave. I honestly don't see any future in any of those for us. Small shield item, sells weapons. Let's go to the mountain pass and fight again. Yeah, we got an enemy. Let's get 2 shields, all the items on field, some crit shots as well. Pop the Ganjo back on and fight the Robo Bouncer. Robo Bouncer. My damage scaling is definitely starting to fall away very obviously here. I won't say that was close, but it was certainly getting closer than I wanted it to be. We had Fiery Rebirth though, so. Pulse Rifle every 3 seconds, deals 6 damage. Has +1 multicast if it's adjacent to your friend. Double that multicast if it's your only friend. The only thing is it would get all of the benefits from the Shadowed Cloak, but I would have to put it adjacent to my only friend, so I would have to put it adjacent to the Golden Dog. I mean, I definitely take the Pulse Rifle. I'm not choosing not to. Double if it's adjacent to your only friend. It activates twice as fast as the flail. It's really hard to ignore that. However, I also lose pretty much all of my shielding. So the pivot demands that I do this. This has a future. Flail? Model ship? It doesn't. The future is disappearing very quickly for that. 8% cooldown reduction on the pulse rifle here would make a lot of sense. Ganjo makes so little sense now. I legitimately think Flail goes on board instead of it then. And then do I take the Golden Silk off to replace with Model Ship? 3 activations every 5.8 seconds. For a total of 210 shield versus 210 shield in 7 seconds. Roughly the same. I think that's the board state we field right now. God, am I really doing pulse rifle, dog? It feels like dog should be the one that gets the feather. Ultimately, because eventually dog is the only one that stays on this build, right? All of the rest of these can fall away. Dog will be enough damage from having bought and sold enough things that it's the best option. I almost don't want to sell anything yet to avoid having to make that decision yet. I'm going to get rid of the Ganjo. I have my damage scaling already online. It is courtesy of Shadow Cloak and Golden Dog. Gumball machine stays. I don't need to get rid of the model ship, so I won't. 1300 HP, though. Legitimately, if I spend all of my money, I think it's pretty difficult to beat me. I think I'll just have too much health. Also, at the start of the next hour, I'll spend 2 gold to get a gumball. I'd really like to get that gumball. So, I'm gonna pop gunpowder on fields and then sell it from there. It does more shielding than golden if I put it between the golden, the golden silk rather, the model ship does. If I put it between flail and the golden dog, so I will. All right, Traverse Tab. Oh, you've lost a lot of fights. Do you have your enchantment? If you have your enchantment, I could be threatened. There's no enchantment on the board. I just had enough HP to completely survive an ammo build. That's good. Alia sells weapons. I would love to see another dog. Small shield and temporary boost. We're looking for Alia's weapons.
But I can help you finish a fight.
Beast of Burden. When you buy another item, this gains 40 damage. Really? No, because Golden Dog needs to be one of the items so that I can get as much value as I am. I'm gonna buy and sell a slingshot.
I fight alongside you.
Which, actually, right, it's a weapon item, so it doesn't get any benefit from Golden Silk. There's a gavel for dealing damage to the player with the least health. Beast of Burden. You buy another item. No. A Clottle. There's double whammy and laser security system. No, none of those are. I was looking for low cost things, basically. Chocolate bars, thank you. I'm going to give the Golden Dog the cooldown reduction. 5.5 full seconds off of its cooldown. That's great. Having done that, now I can get the full 5 golden, 150 max HP, as well as a bunch of damage to the Golden Dog. Wandering Shoal. I'm very much just looking for biggest. Anytime I use a weapon, the enemy does 5 damage to me. Good thing. I don't care about 5 damage. I have an item that says, Thick Hide, when you slow, charge an item for a second. I'm not currently slowing, but if any of these got a slowing effect, that could be relevant.
You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Personal trainer for 425 health this time. That'll be available again later. I can do that then. Let's get a shield item. Bandages. Neat. That's a small item. I can sell that. Spare change. Those are small items. You can sell those. There's also tools. Tools are really good because there's a lot of those that you can buy and sell.
Some engineers fix things. I make the things they fix things with.
Like here, loop, your small items have +1 sell value. So now I'm gonna buy a monocle
Cleaned up real nice.
and field it and sell it for 1 more than I bought it for. And that's a silver tier item. Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. We'll buy the hatchet. Actually, I'm gonna fill it there. There we go. We buy the hatchet.
Always that tool you thought you'd never need that ends up saving your butt.
We bought it for 4. We'll sell it for 9. We'll buy the cash register, which we can keep.
Saved my life once. You just never know.
A bucket saved my life once. You just never know. There we go. That leaves me with not enough space for the gumball machine. The gumball machine and the cash register can't go off on the same day, unfortunately, right now. Nufu sell skills, though.
You have great potential. Let me train.
My shield item has so much more shield, arbitrage, for some more gold. I'm going to take the additional 20 shield every time I activate one of those items right now.
Up in the world.
Golden Silk does shield for a lot.
You do
Let me get
these tusks.
late enough to get a billboard.
Dethrone
I mean, I have...
not to
I
squabble with nobody.
I feel like I should go to every shop constantly. That's the whole thing, right? Just shops. Oh, that's a lot of crit damage the enemy's capable of doing right there. Woof. Thank heck I gain as much shield as I do, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Next time, boys.
It was.
Less blunder, more plunder.
Still wasn't as close as... Or was closer, rather, than I wanted it to be.
Eyes on the prize, huh?
I think it's time to get rid of the model ship. Because I have to keep Golden Silk. Golden Silk is giving me less shielding than the model ship would have at the moment. But it's saving me inventory space so I can move ahead to a position like this. Sell the blue gumball. Buy chocolate bars. Sell these for 150 max HP, as well as all these upgrades. Curio sells bronze tier junk. Pretty much anything small is definitely getting bought and sold. Oh,
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
buy and sell the creator. Proboscis.
That's a bargain.
Roll. Sell the Torius Chariot first. Which I don't actually have enough new items for it to... That's a shame. That didn't pay itself off until I end up selling all of these other items as well. Also, I should have done it while in here for some more money. Whoops.
While you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar, it warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Yeah, Golden Silk doesn't need to be on board, right? Yeah, it's just the items need to be on board. Got it. Let's gain an experience. 10 max HP. Cooldown reduction for all of our items. We'll keep that for a moment.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
It's under enemies. Shields lose stuff. Pulse Rifle will give you the damage and the crit. Rocket boosts could give even more haste from the Shadowed Cloak, which is almost entirely certain not to be relevant. But also, I buy it for 4, and I'm pretty sure I still sell it for 4 if I sell it. No, I sell it for 3 from the board. Fine. Got to get the pulse rifle adjacency with my only friend. Enclave Revenant versus Elite Duelist. Elite Duelist does have big ego. Possibility of getting... They also have butterfly swords, which has a cooldown of 7 seconds. That's the real reason I'm not using it. Pulse rifle has a cooldown of 3 seconds and multicast. That's wild. Okay, I'll fight the Enclave Revenant. I don't expect to... I mean, Shadowed Cloak would... I didn't know you had a Shadowed Cloak. And it's golden? Give me the Shadowed Cloak. Upgrade my Shadowed Cloak, buddy. Come on. Let me at it.
I've come too far to let you stop me.
Dang, those are bandages. Okay. Shadowed Cloak needs an upgrade, but it's not going to be on the board forever. Shadowed Cloak would get an additional second of haste and 2 additional damage every time the other thing attacks. It's not a priority upgrade. Next to it is Pulse Rifle, I believe. Pulse Rifle, yes. Pulse Rifle just gets 40 more damage. It's not nothing, but it's not everything either. Let's look at the Silk. Yeah, Silk just gets 5 more shielding per non-weapon item that's sold, which is good scaling, but I don't think I care about it. And then finally, Dog. Yeah, Dog just gets 3 more scaling every time I sell an item. There's also Loop. I'm gonna upgrade Loop. Now all my small items have +2 to their sell value. So I'm gonna field these 2. I'm gonna sell Bandages for 8. And then I'm gonna sell Blue Gumball for 4. Hell yeah. Kev's health, toughness, and shield items. Not many of those are relevant to me right now. Small weapon, let's go.
I am but a humble farmer. Coins are my seeds, wealth is my crop.
Go to economic. When you sell a large item, this has +2 value. Your items have double value in combat. I don't want them to have high value in combat. I want them to have high value outside of combat, thank you. Sell the gumball from the inventory, because then I can buy these shorts.
You've planted a golden seed, my friend. Harvest will come soon.
So I bought the shorts for, what, 16? I get 7, 11, 20, 24, 31 gold out of them.
This will do well for you, I promise.
My main limitation right now... Get a property, get a weapon. Sells large items at Pol. What large item do I want? Realistically, this entire board is starting to fall away in value. Pulse Rifle is a lot of damage right now still, so these 3 are really good. These 2 do almost nothing. Well, I guess actually the Golden Silk is probably still really appreciable damage. Which means I've got 2 spaces I can free up from Flail. No, I'm gonna go to Alia for the possibility of upgrading the Dog.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons. Enjoy the thrill of battle. While you can.
going to buy a deadly briefcase for 16. Sell it for 8. And then 12. I sell it for 20. Despite the fact that it had an enchantment on it, I still sold it for a benefit.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Hatchet and spare change. Oh, that's a Jabalian longbow that's super outmoded at this point. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of the rewards card. Oh, I should have sold that from the board, of course. But now I have 4 spaces, so I can get my gumball as well as my 3 spare change at the start of tomorrow. The Black Mamba. It's a very... Is it a snake? Is it a snake or a spider? Black Mamba. That's got to be a spider. Right? No, that's a snake. That's absolutely a snake. They are significantly less deadly. They've got a lot of haste on that field, but it's not really keeping pace with my damage.
I've got another salvo with me.
That was invigorating.
Oh my god. It's a money-making opportunity. Let's go get gumballs. Sell that one for damage to the whole board. Woo! Each of them sells for 4, and I buy them for 1. They also increase the crit chance and also damage of dogs, so this is working really well. I need dog to level up. For to sell shield skills. I don't really shield, is the problem with that. I might be able to get something like, when you would die, get, 40% of your health as shield or something instead. Anti-sell small items, that's the ability to buy and sell basically everything in the store for value. I'm gonna go to Andy.
Never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
I'm gonna buy a laser security system and a signet ring and a haladi, and I'm gonna roll.
Diamonds come in small boxes.
Oh, a business card upgrade.
Moving up in the world.
There's a monocle and a stopwatch. Every 6 seconds, shield equal to triple your gold.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
I think that's... So it's not as good as Gold and Silk, but it's gonna get there. %10 max HP or 4 items to sell. It's gotta be 4 items to sell, right? I think I gotta get rid of the cash register. It's nice, but holy hell, it's so many inventory spaces that I need to keep for other things at the moment. There's another 4% reduction. We'd love to see him. Pelt and gunpowder. Sell the cinders. The 4% reduction goes for Golden Dog. Monocle is acting faster than Golden Silk, admittedly for less silk, but it also takes 1 less space. So I could get another item on this board. I could replace Flail with a large item. That's pretty impactful. Hulking Experiment? Do I have value from you? It does have an energy potion. Which admittedly, if it gave me an energy potion, I'd put that on board. I'd also be really sad that I just sold my... sold the ability to give it haste constantly. I could get a lot of money out of Sparring Partner, but... I don't actually scale that high over the course of the fight, so... I'm just gonna go for Volcus and get money experience. There's only one hit in the entire pool for the experiment. The dog is so large at this point that I don't think I need to... Like, if the dog was my only weapon on board, it would be hasted, courtesy of Rush. So it would activate, like, the first time immediately. And if it was next to Shadowed Cloak, it would have enough haste to activate at 3-second triggers constantly.
It's so cold.
So I just need to find something to do with the rest of the board slots.
All Jabalians are pacifists.
Yep, Kev's Armory.
Master craftsman. Me? Try my best.
What? Try my best. Igloo. When you freeze, shield 30. Every 6 seconds, freeze an item. Fort. When you use an item, shield 30. Shield 20, rather. Also, enemy item cooldowns are increased by 2 seconds, which significantly slows them down. I think that comes with us. The problem is Pulse Rifle and Flail still want to stay on board when that's there. Flail definitely leaves. Flail is no longer part of this build. I'm so sorry, Flail. You served us incredibly well for an incredibly long period of time. You will be remembered. Anyway, what was that weapon I just had? Couldn't tell if you life me. Icicle. How many shield items do I... How many shield items do I want on board? Ultimately was the question I was trying to ask there before I became a Animal Crossing character. I'm going to take a fort and field it. It gets both of the adjacent bonuses, so now every time an item activates, I shield 75. Icicle, I feel like I could sell Icicle and put Monocle on instead. It's so much more additional shielding. That gives us income and max HP. This gives us value. This gives us value. This gives us things. This can be sold if it's necessary. I mean, constant haste is a better trigger for Golden Dog. Pulse Rifle triggers Fort more commonly. But honestly, I think Fort is just there to slow down the enemies. I legitimately believe it's just there to slow down the enemies. And that's our board. Because Golden Dog will be hasted at the start of the fight courtesy of Rush hasting a weapon. If I only have one weapon on board, it has to be the Golden Dog. And then it's perma-hasted after that because the Shadowed Cloak gives it haste every single time. Roll. Luxury Tents. First time you would die each fight. Heal for 50% of your max HP. Your healing items have +1 multicast. No. Shielded Robe. When you shield, your shield items gain 2 shield for the fight. I don't think Robe... I think Robe itself, when it activates, gives you double shield. Yeah, it just doubles the shield that Robe gives you. It doesn't scale faster. Hang on. What would Robe give you? A golden robe would give you 10 shield. Yeah. So I think it's I think it's whenever there's an enchantment on something in the shop, it doesn't show all of the effects of the enchantment, which is why a lot of the time I'm double guessing it. Shielded Road would be a way of scaling fort, but honestly, that's not how we engage. We just have high enough numbers on things that we don't have to do that version of it. Nufu saw skills.
You have at least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
When you use a property. Well, your large shield items have 72 additional shield. Every time I activate an item, that's 72 additional shield. I'll take it.
I do not teach violence. I teach mastery over it.
RLN Sig, can you stand up to my big puppy dog?
Sure. Have you noticed I'm huge?
Freeze is really good. For them, here. Oh, they've got defensive stance. Whenever they use a weapon, their shield items scale by 20 shield for the rest of the fight. They have only one weapon on field, though. That surprises me. Oh, Isocoric Freezer freezes an item for a second and is getting haste. Unfortunately, the enemy has gained a shielded metronome as well when using Jason item shield for 139, and that's scaling further up with the weapon. Because I have no healing and they do have poison, I do think I lose this one, unfortunately. Yeah, I got a lot of poison on me. If I had lifesteal on the dog, maybe we get through this. But I don't, so we won't. If I didn't have the fort on this field, slowing all of their cooldowns by 2 seconds, I would already have lost. The fort, I guarantee, is the only reason I'm still competitive on board right now. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have the Fiery Rebirth. I legitimately forgot that. I just cleansed all of the poison they put on me. I don't think I can still win in this position, but... yeah, because they're gaining a lot of shielding still from those metronome triggers. And they're also still freezing my stuff. I'm gonna restart the game after this fight. Getting a little laggy. Come on! Unfortunately, you can only concede the whole run and not an individual fight that you're certain is going to resolve a certain way. Oh boy. There we go. 10 full prestige lost there. That hurts. Oh, Nufu sells skills. Let's also get 2 crit chance for the entire board. And then before I go and visit Nufu, I'm going to pause and I'll restart the game, as I did between those 2 pauses. Nufu, you sell skills, don't you?
Experience is treasure.
All items have a cooldown increase of 50%. Is that good for me? I mean... I don't know if it is. Levmo's weapon has additional damage, heavy shielding. That's like, heavy shielding is some additional shielding, but really what I want is scaling on this board. I'm gonna roll. I'm looking for something else. When you use a weapon, give your healing items plus 30 healing for the fight. No thank you. Reduce the cooldown of your properties by 10%. Don't have any that activate like that. Rather, keen eye, 6%. No, large items that use. 6% crit shots, thanks. Oh boy. We got there. Getting rid of the pulse rifle now. Which will open up enough spaces to get 5 chocolate or gumballs. Excellent day. Gumballs as well, thank you very much. Love to buy and sell these bad boys. Perfection. I need dog to be gold. It's golden dog, but it needs to be golden tier as well. Veteran octopus. I've never been less scared to fight you. And I'm almost never scared to fight you. There's no way that Octopus is supposed to go in front of the Shadowed Cloak and that's my build. There's no way. The most likely thing is that I need to replace not Golden Dog, sorry, the Shadowed Cloak.
You'll win, and you'll win, but not against me.
Monocle every 6 seconds. It's so much shielding. This is literally just to slow them down. Tool, temporary boost, and Kina. Non-weapon items. We'll look at Kina.
Punish the warful.
Keychain, user property, ointment, and hammock. No thank you. Not really pieces for my build. Vending machine at the start of the day. Get 3 chocolate bars or spare changes. Like, yeah, I want it. I'm trying to keep a hold of the business card because I recognize that it gives me more value later. Maybe it's time to get rid of the signet ring. It's not that much more max HP at this point. That's it. I do have another shot before I have to decide that. Spare change, pickles. Spend all of your gold and get 25 max HP for each gold spent. 4.6 thousand gold. Health, rather. And because they have to go through that health twice with Fiery Rebirth, I 100% think it's correct. I'm also going to take this... no, I'm going to keep the business card because I want to be able to use that to sell later. I'll sell the signet ring now, though. Of course, now monocle is garbage. Medium items at middle. J. Let's go to the medium items. Silk could be upgraded. Photograph. Item to the left of this has its cooldown reduced by 50%. Well, see. That's all the Shadowed Cloak does. It just gives 50% cooldown reduction to Golden Dog. Okay, I've got an alternative. I'm gonna sell the monocle. Oh, monocle gets so much money eventually, though. I'm gonna sell business card. 32. 50% cooldown off of Golden Dog so I can just chomp, chomp, chomp. It'll start with haste, it'll be perma-hasted, and it'll have a 50% lower cooldown, so every 1.5 seconds, it'll fire off. It's the build. It's the build. It's 100% the build. I think I get rid of the monocle for it. I think I do.
If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Golden Dog has a cooldown of 2.6 seconds. It will be hasted at the start of the fight and permanently thereafter. Fort is literally just here to slow down the enemy. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll put Loop on board. There's no reason not to, I guess. Alright, Spooks. Is this a build?
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Oh, you got a harpoon. You're gonna destroy my loop. I'm gonna bite you in the face. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Got him! It didn't even go up once! Oh, this dog is so quick! Shield skills, poison items, tool? I think shield skill, and I'm looking for anything to keep me alive. When you use a property, I don't do that. Your shield items have more. First time use large. Okay, I'm just gonna get up to 120 additional shielding on my large shields. Healing regeneration, no. Visit a merchant. I mean, I'm gonna go for the spare change, I think. As currently, I don't feel very monetarily confident, and now I do. It's just gonna bite for 800 damage every time. It's not actually that great against Sparring Partner. Let's go beat up Lord of the Wastes, because we absolutely can. Jump. 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 Get him!
To the bazaar. Do not corrupt us.
Give me the genie lamp! I want some prestige!
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
Mir, every 5 seconds. Sorry. Every 5 seconds, heals 60. With a crit chance of 15%. I'm gonna just personal train again. I'm just gonna get really, really large. Give me a free item, thank you. Oh, 50% max HP. That's on board or around the old throat? Cache of Riches. Gain gold equal to your level, 15 there. Gumballs, which it's gumballs because we can do the gumballs thing. We can do the funny gumballs deck. Where you simply make money off of gumballs. Also, this is damage scaling. I still haven't leveled up the dog yet. It's still a silver dog doing all this work. Get him, buddy! Bite him! Bite him big mode! Bite him big! Just in case. Twisted Horus. Was that Twisted Horus or ours?
should warn you.
Hours. Okay, got it.
Not like others.
That makes more sense. Oh, wow. They've got a shielded pufferfish triggering constantly as soon as their haste goes off. And it started, but they're dead. Woo! Get him, puppy!
Was invi-
We did it! We did a dog run!
It's challenge.
A cooldown of 1.3 seconds, effectively, for the dog. As it was perma-hasted and had its cooldown reduced so heavily. We even had Fiery Rebirth. Almost no one took us to our Fiery Rebirth health. Except for the build that obviously beat us. Well, that went well. And it went so well, in fact, that we'll have a total of 10 chests to open here. So I'm not even going to take us to the end of the episode just yet. Instead, I'm going to take us to the collection. It is time to open a total of 10 chests. Oh, we got a skin for, did we already have a skin for Dooley? I'm still happy to get Inspector Dooley. That's a good skin. Other than that, fine. I think I already had the Jungle Expedition board, but maybe I didn't have the Jungle Expedition board. Oh, unfortunately, I am still short. And it's probably going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably going to take me about 5 chests to get the rest of that. But as soon as I have, then I will be able. Wait, hang on. Third. I didn't know there was a €30 discount. Cool. I'll purchase Dooley. I could have done that ages ago. Next episode, I'm going to learn Dooley. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Bazaar. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left in the series playlist for all my content of the Game Pass friends, YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past and the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank you and a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you all next time.